If your dahlias look gorgeous in the garden, but faceplant in the vase, this one's for you. Welcome to RootInsect.com.
And if you've ever bought the biggest dinner plate dahlia in the catalog because it looked like a wedding cake on a stem, we understand. We've been personally victimized by floppy dahlia necks.
I feel attacked already. But that's the thing, isn't it? The best dahlia varieties for beginners who want cut flowers are not always the giant show-off blooms.
Right. Dinner plates sell tubers, ball dahlias fill jars. For cutting, I want stems around 12 to 18 inches, strong necks, blooms in that 3 to 5 inch range, and plants that keep producing when you cut them hard.
So not the kind of flower that takes over the whole vase and then slowly nods into the mashed potatoes.
Exactly. Big dahlias can be beautiful, but beginners shouldn't plant a whole row of them and expect easy bouquets. If you want reliable cutting, start with varieties like Cornell Bronze, Cornell, Ivanetti, Jowie Winnie, and Marn. They're sturdy, useful sizes, and they play well with other flowers.
I'll defend Café au lait for 1 second, though. People love it for a reason. That blushy cream color is ridiculous.
It is beautiful. I'm not anti-Café au lait. I'm anti-pretending it's the easiest beginner-cut dahlia. The heads are large, the color can vary, and the stems need support and management. Grow 1 or 2 if you love it, but don't make it your entire beginner patch.
Fair. I had a first-year dahlia patch where I treated every bloom like a museum exhibit. I wouldn't cut them because they were too pretty, and then production basically slowed to a polite shrug.
That's such a common mistake. Dahlias need to be cut often. The more you harvest, the more the plant gets the message to keep making flowers. And please pinch them early. When the plant is about 10 to 12 inches tall and has a few sets of leaves, pinch out that growing tip.
It feels wrong, though. Like you're vandalizing your own plant.
It does, but it gives you a bushier plant and more usable stems. Also, stake before they look like they need staking. If you wait until September and a thunderstorm rolls through, you'll be crawling through a snapped dahlia jungle with twine and regret.
For colors and shapes, what would you hand a beginner who wants pretty arrangements without babysitting every stem?
I'd mix practical and pretty. Linda's Baby is soft and romantic. Caitlin's Joy is a cheerful coral pink. Sweet Natalie gives that pale blush look. And Peaches and Cream is wonderful if you like warm, changeable colors. For white, Boom Boom White is useful. For drama, Rip City brings deep red, but I'd still lean on the balls and smaller decoratives for everyday cutting.
Now tuber shopping. This is where people discover dahlias are half gardening, half competitive sport.
Yes, specialty dahlia farms often sell out fast, sometimes in minutes. For 2026, I'd shop in layers. Use specialty growers for named varieties, larger retailers for reliable basics and backup tubers, and local swaps or dahlia societies when you can inspect tubers in person.
And inspect means what exactly? Because a dahlia tuber can look like a weird little root potato and still be fine.
Firm is good, slimy is bad, shriveled down to pencil shavings is bad. Ideally, you want a visible eye because that's where the sprout comes from. A tuber with no eye is just a potato-looking sadness nugget.
That phrase belongs on a t-shirt.
I'd buy from known sources rather than mystery sellers, unless you're okay losing the money. Longfield Gardens is a straightforward place to look for something famous, like Café au lait. Eden Brothers variety packs can make sense if you want several tubers at once and don't want to chase 12 individual listings.
What about seed-grown dahlias?
Fun, affordable, and great for experimenting, but they won't come true to a named variety. If you specifically want Cornell Bronze, buy a tuber. Seeds are more like a surprise party.
So the beginner recipe is smaller blooms, strong stems, pinch early, stake early, cut often, and don't build your whole personality around dinner plates.
You can build a small part of your personality around them.
Reasonable compromise.
Thank you for listening to this edition of RootInsect.com, Conversations with Grant and Fiona.